Okay, so we've set up the annex on the iKamper, and it's taken me and JD just a little bit over 5 minutes to set this whole bottom floor area up. And you know, it's the first time we've had it up, so you know, I would have to say that is bloody great. There's no difference in height on these on the annex. So a lot of rooftop tents will have differing heights as to, you know, for if it's a higher trailer, lower trailer, or a higher vehicle, lower vehicle. But this one doesn't do that. It's only one set height, and I think the way they get away with that is the flared walls. So if that's a bit higher, the wall's just going to be in a little bit closer. So it's quite a good system, and it seems to work. You know, for our trailer that happens to be about 1.8 metres high, it just works perfectly. So, you know, you can see a nice and tight roof, which is important. You've got two ropes here, which is all you need. And these little guy ropes are pretty cool. They've got a small aluminium sort of stopper here. Look at that, which is, I haven't seen them before. It's pretty cool. 2 guy ropes, and you know, just have a look around. That's a beautiful style. Look at that. It looks like almost TP style. Got a bit of a storm flap here for water to run off. And I quite like these little straps here. Rather than pegging into an eyelet, it's got these straps. And what you can do with that is you've got a bit of adjustment. Right, so you got your peg in. It's very hard to get the pegs exactly in the right spot when you first peg anything down. Sometimes you need to come back and adjust them a little bit. But with these, you've got your adjustment there. So, you know, that's a nice little feature. It's not, you know, unique to this tent, but it's great to have that. Okay, so you've got doors either side. Let's go and have a look. And I might just throw that over there for the moment so we can get in and have a look. And you'd be surprised at the size inside here. It's got a cool little corner window. Alright, so that's plenty of light in. It's got a little tie there so you can have that nice and neat. So we've got mesh here, you've got the door either side. Same on this piece here, so you've got 3 sections that can you know, lift up on poles. We're going to do that in a sec on some poles. Plenty of height, and yeah. Now over the back here, we've got some little ties here that can sort of, I think that's how it goes. Alright, so you can see you can adjust those, and they sort of fit through there okay. Now, this area down here is not going to be mozzie proof. You know, fairly well, but it's not mozzie proof and never will be. It doesn't have the floor, but some nice annex matting underneath here would be perfect. There's a zip here. Now for our trailer, it's different for a vehicle or anything, you know, other trailers, but for our trailer, you know, we want to access this area in here, and it's sort of a bit weird how that works with the zip from the bottom up for us, but you know, you can access there okay. What we'll do though, you don't want to have to do that every time you get into the trailer, and you actually want that to be left down. So what we'll do with this for our models, if it goes with our trailer, okay, and that's the advantage of our manufacturing. We've got the canvas room. We're going to put a basically a window in here, which will just zip down from the top down rather than the bottom up, and you'll be able to access all your trailer in there. So we'll definitely do that, which is pretty easy for us to do. But yeah, a lot of space. Now you can imagine if you had 3 kids, right? You have a little stretcher there. You can have a stretcher here, and you can easily have a stretcher underneath. I mean, you could fit 5 stretchers under here. So you know, if you've got a brood of kids, mate, you're going to be able to fit them in here, no worries. And you know, there's lots of room. So right, let's put some of these walls up, the doors, and we'll have a look at that. Okay, so as you can see, we've set up the annex with some of these poles over the doors, and you know, it creates a ton more space again. So because the doors are quite sloped, when you lift them up, it gives you quite a lot of room. And we've just combined this with some OZTENT poles, because you don't get any poles for these with iKAMPER. So I would say 4 at least, maybe 6, the 1.8 metre OZTENT poles, which we sell. It'd be ideal. And the other thing, they only have enough ropes for the tent itself and not these flies. It's a bit of a shame because they're nice red ropes. So we've had to pull a couple extra ropes out of the bag for the other tarp. So we'll probably see if we can't get hold of, I'm sure we can buy more ropes, and we'll probably try and combine that with the kit, because you don't really want the orange OZTENT ropes, which are pretty good, but you don't want to mix them up. You know, this looks great, the brown and the red looks great. You don't really want to combine that with an orange rope. So you need a couple more ropes, which we'll try to get for you. But yeah, have a look inside here again, and again, a ton of space. You imagine if you had a couple of kids here. This is a great living area. If it's wet and cold, you can close yourself in. If it's nice and hot, you can open all the storm flaps up. So, you know, it's pretty good. And yeah, it's another one out this side here, and also on that side there. So we've only put the 2 sides up, but you've got another one there you could put up as well. And you know, you can see how much it can open up. You know, during the day with kids, you don't want doors, you know. You want all this opened up so kids run around everywhere and they're not running into things. So during the day you'd probably just open all this up, and you know, it's a great little area. So I think that's a lot bigger too than any annex I've seen on a rooftop tent. On a hard shell rooftop tent such as the iKAMPER, there's nothing to fold over, so there's no lower annex, so you don't have any option with an annex. So we looked at 2 advantages of the iKAMPER. One was the bigger size inside, one was the hard shell, and the third advantage has got to be that you've got combined with this a massive annex. Again, iKAMPER can't do it, Backstracks can't do it. Hannibal's has got a fold out with an annex, but the annex is literally half this size. So I'd have to say that's a massive advantage for the iKAMPER, is that you can combine it with this beautiful annex, which creates an enormous living space. Took 2 of us 5 minutes to put up. That's quick enough for an overnight stop. And again, that's a great advantage of the iKAMPER over anything else. This huge living area. These poles are pretty cool as well. Alright, very high quality aluminium pole. South Korea is renowned for aircraft aluminium, and the little Helinox chairs, for example, extremely high grade aluminium, and they're all made in South Korea. So this has got a little sort of extension piece here where you can have a look at. There's got a height, so there's 2 meters. That's pretty cool. Alright, so that's 2 meters high. You can adjust that. I suppose you can use that so you can get them both height even the same side, and you've got a little clip there. So it's an aluminium tent pole with an adjustment piece, which that's brilliant. That's a great idea. You know, I haven't seen that before. And these poles, they'd be great to buy on their own. Like, why not have these poles as your outside poles? So really what we want to be able to do is to buy an extra 4 of these, because they'd be perfect for outside, because the OZTENT poles are good. They're pretty cheap, you know, 20 bucks, but they don't fold smaller than that, where these ones fold really small, and you could literally chuck those in with the rest of the annex bag. So we'll try and get, you know, more of these poles you can buy individually, and also the ropes would combine that really well. Alright, so I think that's not much more to show in terms of the iKAMPER and the annex. What we might do is we'll take this down and put up the little tarp, and then we'll give you a look at that. So, okay, no worries. Okay, so yeah, again, look inside here. There's we've got the Snow Peak lounge. Great spot there. The way that angles back like that just creates a perfect space. You know, that creates a lot more space than otherwise the footprint would be. If you had vertical walls, it'd be right here. So, you know, great livable space. You can see here you've got the little ensuite and the JOOLCA shower here. So again, we've only just fitted this trailer on Friday. We're going to make that JOOLCA stop there so it doesn't swing out. And this ensuite needs to move over a little bit. So we're going to just bring these brackets offset over a little bit to bring it out a little bit further. And the other thing we need to do is swing the fabric around so the zip's going to be in the right spot, which is over here. But that, you know, the concept works. Imagine that, you know, you've got a great little spot there to have a shower. The showers, hot water's there, your ensuite's here, you got some coverage. I mean, it's a great little combination. And what we're thinking of doing as well is making a little tray. So you'll stand in a tray about 100 mils high, and then we'll just have a little hose running off. So you literally, you know, because this is going to get wet pretty quickly, and a lot of places will get, you know, muddy. So we'll have a little tray, an aluminium tray that we're going to make up. We'll cut it on the CNC machine. We might put some Raptor lining on top, and you'll shower in that tray. There'll be a hose coming out the side at the bottom, and you can just run that off 3-4 meters, which makes a big difference to get that water away. So that's something we're going to do. And you can see on this side here is we've got our square back awning. This is the original trailer, how it works. You know, your living side with your big awning, your kitchen, your fridge, your drawers, all that sort of stuff. So lots of area on this side as well. So again, if you've got a family, you've now got a massive area, literally 360 degrees around the trailer, that you can you know, live out while you're camping. It's pretty easy to walk around this side and access your tent. Okay, so if you're going to access around this way, you've got a door here as well, which is pretty good. And you can see also how our awning just sort of integrates perfectly as well. You know, we don't have to really change much at all. So our square back awning just fits just nicely. Now there will also be a gutter which goes between this storm flap here, and it'll come down onto this sail track here. So that'll incorporate in there. We're not quite finished that one. The little gutter hooks in there, and that'll mean there's no water coming down in this area. So, I mean, it's yeah, it sets up really well. And come in this way, JD, I'll show you this as well. So yeah, it sets up really well and incorporates nicely with our trailer. And you can see our new dot number plate. This is number 240 with the orange backing on it, which looks really cool. So, right, yeah, that's pretty much the iKAMPER dot hardtop, and we'll try and get that on the website as soon as we can. And I think I've shown you as much as I can as well of how it all works and incorporates together. So, thanks very much.